This was probably like a year or so into my mission, and I was with my companion. We had just come from the church where we were picking up a keyboard to take back to our apartment so we could practice, because occasionally they needed us to play the piano in church, and neither of us were that great all the time, so we needed a little brushing up on our piano skills. So we'd hopped on a bus, and we were holding this keyboard as we were standing, and it was probably a 20-30 minute bus ride from the church back to our apartment. And so then we were just kind of standing there talking, and we were towards the back of the bus, and this man got on who was drunk and angry, and he was kind of sat in the back. And so both of us had been out long enough that we knew kind of the signs to tell when there's people that you don't engage with and try and avoid eye contact with to a certain extent, because that can kind of provoke them if they're very on the edge. And as soon as he walked on the bus, we both kind of just knew that there could be trouble if things went wrong. So we were trying to just be very calm, not bother him. But he noticed us immediately. I mean, it was the summer, so we're in our short sleeve white t-shirts and our name tags, so we stuck out. And so he started yelling at us, and that probably went on for 5-10 minutes as we were just on the bus, and there was nowhere for us to go. The bus isn't that big. We needed to get home. We had a keyboard, so we couldn't just run. And so I'd been kind of studying charity during my personal study. I had come across a verse in the New Testament that talks about how perfect love casteth out all fear. And so I was feeling a little afraid, and so then that verse came to mind, and so I just kind of said the silent prayer to God that he would help me feel love for this man. And as I did that, I was just overwhelmed with this feeling of God's love for this guy that was drunk and angry and yelling at us. And immediately as that happened, the man went silent. And his yells and anger had been growing and growing as we'd been on the bus. And I mean, it doesn't make any logical sense why that would happen. But that was a very vivid example to me that when we love people, we won't have that fear that the love that God has for all of his children, even those that we might want to dismiss as being not worthy of that love for the choices they made, that when we can put ourselves in the position to try and view people like God does, to feel his love and the sorrow when people don't, when we don't, or when others don't live up to the potential that we have, that helps us be better, and particularly in this instance, that love gets rid of any fear that you may have.